I never thought my front door would become a battlefield. But painting it navy blue apparently constituted a declaration of war in Meadowbrook Estates. I'm a retired Marine. 3 tours in Afghanistan. My left leg isn't what it used to be, thanks to an IED, so I mostly split my time between civilian contracting and enjoying the quiet. I specifically bought this house because of that navy blue door. It represented my service branch. Exactly 2 weeks after I moved in, the first letter appeared. Violation notice. Unauthorized exterior modification. I called the HOA. Karen Wilkins, the president, answered. She sounded like she'd been sucking on a lemon. The previous owners were grandfathered in, she snapped. New ownership means compliance. The approved colors are eggshell, soft alabaster, and gentle beige. Ma'am, I said, this color has personal meaning. It's my service branch. Your military service is irrelevant to HOA regulations, she replied. Paint it by Friday, or face a $200 fine. It doubles every week. Welcome to the neighborhood. Karen was 50-something, perfectly coiffed, and drunk on the minute power of her position. Over the next 6 months, she launched a campaign of harassment. My grass was half an inch too tall. My garbage can was visible for 32 minutes after collection. My American flag was excessive in size. I went to a board meeting to appeal. I was using my cane that day because my leg was acting up. Karen didn't even look at me. Mr. Miller seems to think his veteran status entitles him to special treatment, she told the board. If we make exceptions, everyone will want them. She banged her gavel before I could even finish my sentence. That night, she emailed me an additional fine for disrupting proceedings. I realized then, I wasn't dealing with a leader. I was dealing with a tyrant. I complied with the small stuff. I trimmed the grass. I hid the cans. But I kept my navy blue door. The fines piled up, but I ignored them. Instead, I installed high-def security cameras. The real trouble started when I went to a work conference at the Pentagon. My neighbor, Ted, called me on my second day. James, someone is at your house with paint cans. I pulled up my security feed on my phone. There was Karen in broad daylight, wearing latex gloves and holding a roller. She was painting my door an offensive shade of gentle beige. I was sitting at dinner with an Air Force colonel when I saw it. I showed him the footage. That's definitely illegal, he said. Mind if I make a call? His brother happened to be a district attorney specializing in property law. Within 30 minutes, I was on a conference call with the Pentagon and a DA, watching Karen defile my home in real time. The local police arrived while I was still on the line. Karen was waving a piece of paper in the officer's face, claiming HOA authority. The colonel spoke to the officer on the scene, identifying himself officially. I watched the officer's posture change instantly. He went from neighborhood dispute mode to federal witness mode. When the officer told Karen to stop, she lost it. In a fit of rage, she threw the paint roller onto my porch. Beige paint splattered across the brick, the windows, and my landscaping. The officer didn't hesitate. He took her by the arm and read her rights. I watched her being guided into the back of a patrol car, her gentle beige crusade ending in handcuffs. I flew home the next morning. My door was a streaky, dripping mess. The damage estimate was over $3,000. In court, Karen's lawyer tried to argue she was remedying a violation. That argument died the second my attorney presented the actual bylaws. There was no court order. No board approval. Just Karen and a roller. 3 of her own board members testified against her. They'd never authorized a midnight painting. The judge's expression darkened when he confirmed she knew I was a disabled veteran. He looked at the footage of her throwing the roller, the deliberate destruction of property. Karen sat there, looking like her world was ending. And for her, it was. Ms. Wilkins, the judge said, his voice echoing in the silent room. The court finds you guilty on all counts. 6 months of probation. 100 hours of community service. $4,500 in restitution. And a 5-year ban from serving on any HOA board. The gavel struck. Karen's facade crumbled. She started sobbing, mascara streaming down her face. But I was just enforcing the rules. This will ruin my reputation. The judge didn't even look up. Perhaps you should have considered that before taking the law into your own hands. As they led her out, I walked to my car, leaning slightly on my cane. My door is navy blue again, professionally repainted, paid for by Karen Wilkins. I still live in Meadowbrook Estates. It's a lot quieter now. The grass is the right height, the flags are flying, and the only color Karen sees these days is the gray of a probation office.